Hey guys, thanks for joining me for another Dokkan battle video, and today we are going to do a 55% showcase on this bad boy right here, Tech LR Gogeta, who just dropped on Global. They are looking pretty good to me. I think they're going to be a really fun unit to use. So we'll go ahead, check out their passive, look at the team build, and then we'll get right into the showcase. So they are actually Time Limit or Connected Hope category, Key 3, HP 130, and Attack and Defense 170. I actually forgot that they were a Connected Hope leader, so I was, in one of my previous videos, I was debating like, oh, maybe I'll pick up PyCon with my red coins just so I beat the Connected Hope mission on GT Goku event, and it's like, nope, I don't need PyCon now, I got this guy. So I might do a video upload of that run, but I'm pretty sure I should be able to take down that legendary GT Goku event very easily. Like, just having a good leader just completely transforms that team, right? Super attack effect raises attack and defense for one turn, causes colossal damage, and then the 18 key is the same thing but does mega colossal. And then the passive, attack and defense 120, 30% damage reduction, which is really nice. It's not a huge amount of damage reduction, but because he's got defense to back it up, it does make it worthwhile. He has a high chance of randomly changing key spheres of a certain type to rainbow, plus an additional 2 key per rainbow key sphere obtained, and then a medium chance of launching an additional super. And then basically he can transform when HP is 70% or more, starting from the 4th turn of start of battle. I actually like that transformation condition. I mean, when you're doing really hard content, yeah, like you get hit a lot harder, but I feel like you have more control over having more HP. Like if it's a stage, you can bring items in, right? Like if I know this dude's coming up, I can just pop a heal item and then I'm good. Whereas some stages, like the timing just never works out and you're always too high health when they're on, and then like that rotation gets crushed, and then the next one you're so low you have to heal. You can make arguments for both, but here's the thing. I actually like the way they designed that transformation because he's really meant to pair with the STR Vegeta. And basically the way it works is if you're running them as a rotation, which you want to, STR Vegeta, let's say your health is low, STR Vegeta will transform, heal you, and then he'll actually heal you into this active skill being able to be activated, and you can transform both the same turn. So I think they did a really good job of making these two units work well cohesively together, and I think that was their intent with that, right? I know there's some people that would rather him transform if you're lower on health, but I think the way they made him complement the STR Vegeta, I think is very good. And so then his fusion is going to look like this. He recovers 30% HP when you transform, 150% attack and defense, attacks effective against all types, great chance of performing a crit, randomly changes key spheres of a certain type to rainbow, plus an additional 2 key per rainbow key sphere obtained, and then key 5 reduces damage by 30% and foresees enemy super attack for 5 turns from start of turn. And then when the enemy is this last part is kind of a mouthful, but basically if you do an ultra super to the enemy and then they try supering you with a unarmed super attack, then you will counter that super attack and nullify it. So that's something you are basically very rare to never going to see. I am not going to go out of my way to get that in this video. If it happens, it happens, but I'm doing Legendary Goku event, so I don't even know if any of the phases have the right type of super attack to do that. So I'm not really going to worry about that. We're basically looking at him offensively and defensively and just seeing how he does here. My links, I barely touched this guy, so he's very newly acquired. Haven't really link leveled him, but look at all the teams he's on, so very useful on a ton of teams, right? So here's my team build. I'm doing the Gohan Kamehameha team just because that's a 170 team that I can get this guy and this guy on rotation. They share all 7 links. They were literally made for each other, and like I said, I think the way their transformation works really emphasizes that they're meant to be used together. Another rotation is going to be Namek Goku with Gohan, and I'm going to float this Gohan, who's a new awakening. He's a nice 30% support. I'm going to float Krillin just because he's another generic 30% support. And then this Gohan will just be floating around, and so when he floats around, we'll have a few non-supported turns. So we can kind of see the difference between when he's supported and not supported, right? So we'll go ahead and just let him attack right away in slot 1. We got some rainbow orbs, so once again, he eats those rainbow orbs up, and he gets a lot of key from that. Turn 1, 100k defense, right? Which isn't crazy, but remember, he does raise defense on super, and he's got 30% damage reduction to back it up. So 100k starter turn isn't that bad. Like with his reduction, this probably won't do anything. Yeah, very, very little, right? Granted, that Goku doesn't hit crazy hard, but definitely had he done it after we attacked, it wouldn't have done anything. So just a shade under 3 mil turn 1. That's not the worst. considering we're not supported, and I'm only at 55%, and I'm very lowly link leveled. So if he was decently link leveled, we'd very easily be over 3 mil right there, and then obviously the more dupes you have, the better he's going to be looking turn 1. So not too bad for turn 1. This turn, it's kind of weird, but I'm just going to leave the 2 Gohans on rotation together just so I can get my supports floating. To me, I'm going to prioritize getting my supports going, and then when Namek Goku comes around, then I'll float one of the Gohans off. Let's just go ahead and do that. And then we'll go ahead and sneak by this. So, in case you're wondering, like, how did I get Tech Gogeta? Because obviously, if you watch my summoning video, things did not go well there. I basically was on this very long string of non-featured units, going back to my World Tournament summons. So my World Tournament summons, I did 8 guaranteed SSR ticket pulls. All 8 were unfeatured, and that is a 50-50 chance, by the way. So basically, I lost 8 coin flips in a row, which is absolutely insane to me. Somebody math that up and figure out the odds. What are the odds of losing 8 coin flips in a row with a 50-50 chance each time? Somebody give me the numbers on that. I would love to know what the odds of that are. So basically, I'll continue my thought in a second here. So we're at 122k defense now that we have support, which is looking a little bit better. With type advantage here, we're definitely not taking anything. Because we got 30% damage reduction in addition to that as well. So I think we're going to be looking good here. So yeah, I think this will be double digits because of the type advantage and a little bit higher defense. Yeah, double digits there. And then 3.2. So once we got support, we're easily over 3 mil. Which once again isn't like the most insane attack stat in today's game. But he does have other things going for him with the chance to Rainbow Orb Chains. I wish it was guaranteed, but I'll take a chance, right? And with what I feel is a fairly easy transformation condition that can heal, that gives you Scouter ability, I think that's all like a very good package that he's got there. Okay, so the thing I was getting to earlier was with my... so I went through those World Tournament summons, right? And I had all these unfeatures come through. Well, then I jumped right into my Gogeta summons. Now, keep in mind, my original intent was I really wasn't going to summon on Gogeta at all. I didn't feel like I needed him, right? I definitely have a powerful enough box. I don't need him. Had I remembered he was Connected Hope, though, I definitely would have initially said, yes, I want 1 copy, because I need that Connected Hope leader, because I would much rather summon for him than Pycon, right? But then what happened was I saw the banner, and this was like one of the highest value banners me personally, could summon on. And I'm someone that has a ton of the game rainbowed. I have a ton of units, and this banner, there was only 2 units that I had rainbowed. So, and this was, I think, a 10 unit banner, so like 8 of the 10 I could use, or however many were on the banner. It was an insane amount that I could actually use, and it included Pycon and Janemba, who I didn't even have copies of at all, plus the new Gotenks, plus the new Gogeta. So it actually had 4 units I don't need. So I've been kind of going on and on about this month about how people should be saving for Dragon Ball Heroes, and that's a really good banner. Well, that's the reason I've emphasized Heroes, is because it's such a high value banner for most players, because it's got all brand new units. Like, there's so much value there, and so I'm still gonna go crazy hard on Heroes. But this banner was kind of like a Heroes banner for me. It had so much value in that it had so many units I needed, right? Okay, so we're at 122k defense. Now what we're going to do, I am going to transform right away. There's really no reason to wait, so I'm just going to throw that off. He doesn't like stack in his first form or anything, right? So we're going to get the transformation off here. Now I am at full health, but keep in mind this would have been a 30% heal. So that's like an on-demand heal you can use. The thing is because you have to be above 70%, like the healing aspect of his effect kind of gets lost a little bit, because you're basically getting the heal when you don't need it, right? So Vegeto's heal is much more important, and Vegeto's Scouter is way better. So for some reason, they decided to make Vegeta just like a little bit better in those aspects, but I still like this Tech Gogeta quite a bit. So yeah, 137k defense. We do have 30% damage reduction. We got a ton of rainbow, so we're going to go crazy there. We've got type advantage, so I think we're going to be just fine here. And then we'll let my support Gohan attack there. And we'll grab this attack stat. So once again, I think a super heal would be double digits because we got that 30% damage reduction. Keep in mind, we are effective against all types. So 3.5, once again, his attack stats aren't like jumping off the page, but you have to remember that I am at 55%. And he has super effective against all types, which does increase that base number. I mean, look, this guy's at 4.4. Granted, he's not transformed yet, but this guy's rainbowed. And he only did like, a mil more. On transform. But now Vegeto's big thing is that Vegito transforms, you get the counters, right? Which is absolutely busted. That's where Vegito's value comes in, is having the Scouter combined with counters is absolutely busted, because then you know where you can sit and take a bunch of normal attacks and counter, right? All right, so we'll let this rotation go through. All right, so we got to, now we can see the Scouter coming into play here. My AGL Gohan at 285k defense, I'm not worried about at all, so I'll just let AGL Gohan tank. And I think we'll be fine here. So what happened with this banner was, not only did I go in on it, I actually went in kind of hard. They actually had a lot of good peel-off ticket sales, so I basically just bought those out. If you're someone that's willing to spend money on the game, the peel-off tickets typically are worth it. Like, you get a lot of value for your money in terms of summoning. Like, to buy the same amount of summons I got with Dragon Stones probably would have been twice as much, if not more. So it was a really good value. So in tickets, I got 7 multis. So I did all 7 multis, and I'm pretty sure I went through all those without a featured unit. So 7 multis in a row. And then I went in and did, I think, 2 full rotations of discounted, so that was 8 more multis. And I think out of all of that, I think I ended up with just the LR Blue Bros, which is good because I needed them. But I think I only got, I would have to go back to the video, but I didn't pull them till near the end. And if I got another featured unit, it maybe was only like 1 more. So I just did all those summons and barely got anything. The bad part about transforming here is we lose like a decent amount of links, but he actually links up really well with Gohan, so I toss him in the middle here, and we're looking pretty good. I kind of want to see him take the super attack, though. I'm going to put him here. He's not linking as well, but I want to see him take the super attack and see what he does here. And then if we take enough damage and get the Vegito transform, they will link up better again, I believe, after transformation. I would have to check on that, though. I just know that before transformation, as you saw, they're perfect linking partners, right? So, all right, we're at 3 mil attack stat here. That's part of the reason, like, why our attack stat didn't seem to jump that much. It's because we lost links. So if we got those links back, I think my Gogeta's looking closer to 4 mil right here. Let's see what we've got. Oh, a dodge. Sure. Oh, we got the effect. We got it, you guys. That was a physical attack. We got the counter. So I wasn't really aiming to get it, but we got it in this video. So the very rare guaranteed counter. So that was a physical super attack from that God Goku. We got the 18 key off, and you see how it plays in with the Scouter ability because we know where the super attack is coming. Boy, I am really glad I took that instead of putting Vegito in the front. Had I actually realized I was going to get the counter there, that would have been a no-brainer, right? So some of you might have been watching me there, like, contemplating it, like, dude, please put him in front. He's going to get the counter. Yeah, very glad I got that there. All right, so we're going to let, I guess Goku here is just going to absolutely annihilate. And here's what's going to happen. Shoot, the Goku's going to take him out. I was going to say, I would actually want to take that super on the end with that Gohan, because I want to try to get in range to transform my Vegito, actually. And I just want to see how well they link up together. I think that'll be my goal here. I want to try to get that Vegito transformed. And then we'll maybe call the video after I get a rotation with them together. Yeah, Goku's going to be like, no way. You're done. Yeah, so what happened is I did those multis on camera for Gogeta. And then I just stopped summoning. And then basically I just went off camera. And I had plenty of stones saved up. If you saw my first video, I think I started the celebration at 2,600 stones. I think in order to get a copy of Tech Gogeta, I went down to about 1,700 stones. So I did about 900 stones, but that's with buy 3, get 1 free. So it was more multis than the actual 900 stones, right? And 900 stones to get an LR, like, doesn't sound great, but it's actually not the worst. Like, there's definitely been worse shafts out there. And I did pick up that AGL Go Tanks along the way, and he's like a really good side support unit. So my plan is I'm also going to do a 55 showcase on that Go Tanks. And I still have to catch up and do 55 videos. I want to do like Mercenary Tao. I still need to do the Jackie Chun. Like, there's a bunch of, like, from the last celebration with the World Tournament. I still got to get some 55 videos out on those units as well. So I'm going to try to grind this weekend and get a lot done. But we'll see. But I figure Gogeta and Gotenks should be high priority because they just dropped, so I'm getting them out first. But like Mercenary Tao, I'll have one for him coming out soon. All right, and the 5 million for this guy right here. So yeah, I mean, there, you know, it's a hot topic, like who's better, like Tech Gogeta, STR Vegito. Once again, it's not always easy like in Dokkan. Like I said, I don't always like comparing like unit to unit. I like comparing them in terms of tier and tier list. And to me, like the Gogeta and Vegeta, they're just right there together in the same tier. That's what I would say. They're in the same tier together. They're great linking partners. They're fantastic, right? They're in the top tier. Like I would say they're in this Int Namek Goku tier, which is like the very top tier. I would put them all up there. Very, very good units. All right, so here's the thing. How do I take damage with this rotation? I can't take damage. This team's too defensive. I don't know. We'll see. We'll maybe... what I'll do is we'll just get the next turn. We'll get the attack stat on the next turn. Hopefully my off rotation... Oh, shoot. It's going to be Krillin, isn't it? I don't think I'm going to link really well with that Krillin. Yeah, it's got to be Krillin because we just had Gohan. I should have linked him with Gohan and got the attack stat with the Gohan. We'll just do one more turn, guys. I think you can all pretty much predict what he's going to be like. I don't want my video to drag on doing like the same attack set over and over and over again, right? So we'll just get one more turn and then we'll finish out the video. But overall, I'm very happy and excited to have this Gogeta. One, like I said, because I needed that Connected Hope lead. I'm also going to try and record a video of me actually completing that mission that's been sitting there for basically since it came out because it was so hard without having the PyCon leader. But I also like having that really nice linking. Oh, this is the Gohan turn. Okay, this will be good. This is what I want to do because I think he's going to get some links with Gohan. Yeah, okay. So this is a decent amount of links here. So we're going to have 5 out of 7, which I feel like is sufficient. So we're going to get this as our last attack stat. So I'm going to let Vegeta go a little light here. We're going to grab all that and get the 24 key. And then we'll grab that with Gohan. Alright, so we'll grab this as our last attack stat. There's no way we're taking out UI Goku with this Dokkan attack, so we're fine. I'm actually going to skip grabbing the numbers here so I can go a little bit faster. I forgot to grab the defense stat. Once again, this is 55% Gogeta, right? So we were basically sitting around... I would say with a proper rotation supported turn, we were like the 120 to 130k defense range. With the 30% damage reduction, I think is fine. Now, when you're in Gogeta, he does lose the damage reduction after the first 5 turns. So on really long strung out events, he definitely can get tagged. Even before that, like, you know, his 130, 140k defense with 30% damage reduction, like, that's not good enough against Legendary GT Goku event, right? So this Gogeta is not like your defensive powerhouse by any means. But he brings a lot to the table, and he's a very good offensive unit. The super effective against all types is just so valuable, because we just put up a 3.7 mil attack stat, but it's actually more like a 4.2, 4.5, something like that. Because we got super effective against all types, it does more damage. So having that just like all the time is like what makes the Gogeta units really good. And Vegito having the counters is what makes a lot of the Vegito units so good, right? So anyways, let me know if you summon for Gogeta. Let me know what you think of them. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the next one.